Hi there, my name is PlasmaMuffin, and in this video I'm going to show you how to beat the level 2-1 Rising Tide on Insane difficulty with the challenge mode active in Empires of the Undergrowth. Let's get started. Difficulty Insane, challenge mode on. We're going to be using rapid fire ants because they're best for this level. Excuse me. So this is the first, I consider it the first like normal level, because Subjugation and New Home were both entirely underground. There was no above ground portion. Apologize, you can hear my scare streaking. That I can't English. My chair squeaking, because I've had to mess with my audio settings quite a bit to actually get the microphone to pick up my voice, because for some reason it's just stuck at really quiet.
This Formica rufa wood ant queen has laid her first brood in a burrow near the sea.
So, first thing we need to do is collect this, and I'm actually going to make a few more workers, just right off the bat. I don't need a ton, 3 is fine. So, these guys, their job is going to be just to sit here and dig out areas and plant eggs. These guys, their goal is going to be to collect food for the most part, at least at the beginning. Yes, this Queen's Choice of Foam could not have been worse. Fortunately, we are going to be able to deal with that. So, fun fact, this is actually an ant queen, a black ant queen. And if you look, then you'll notice that some of the workers look different from each other. Let me see if I can get a good shot with camera mode. This has nothing to do with beating the level, but it's kind of a cool thing, because those guys have like fused and become one. That's not helpful. Okay, so see this guy, he's like brownish orange, got the little stripies on him, and yeah, okay, so look at these guys. This guy's black and red striped, this guy's brown and red striped, and he's got, I think, less stripes on him. That's because the ants that you start with, the 7 starting ants, are actually Formica fusca ants. Because what wood ants will do is they'll kill the queen and then take over her spot and get her ants to help them, you know, do stuff. So that's reflected here with the Formica fusca queen here dead, and your starting ants being a different color, because they're not technically wood ants. So we have these 3 here, so we can dig stuff out without having to worry about not taking advantage of these guys, because you want to be able to harvest resources. I'm also going to make a couple food tiles, even though we probably won't need them just yet. Still good to have. So we want to try and get as much food from the surface as we can before the tiger beetle larvae get too numerous, because while you can kill them, or you can just run directly over them and just sacrifice a few ants, it's not recommended to charge into an area that has like a billion of them in it, and they're going to be pretty numerous by the end of this level. So we're just making gunners for now. I'm going to call them gunners. I'm going to call them gunners and tanks. The melee wood ants are the tanks, the others are the gunners. And dang it, I forgot to allocate enough food. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and dig this out now. Normally I wait a little bit to dig this out, but I think this is actually a good time to do it. I don't have any tanks right now, but that's fine. I can use the workers as tanks. The gunners are doing a pretty good job of killing these guys. Alright, excellent. So, because this food is right here, it's going to be collected faster, so you actually probably want to dig this out as soon as you have a few gunners. And I'm also going to make a little area here for tanks. And there we go. Alright, so now we're going to bring everyone over here. 14 ants, should be fine. So this strategy I'm using works like 90% of the time. I think the only times it hasn't worked is when I've made careless mistakes. So if you follow what I do here, you should be okay. So now we're going to go ahead and turn combat off for this group and have them go up here and collect this food. You want combat off because there's too many ants here to eliminate them all. It would take forever, and that time could be better spent collecting food.
The battle has begun.
The battle should not have begun. Oh, we got one out here. Let's actually turn combat on just right here to take this dude out. It's going to take a while. So yeah, we want to collect as much food as we can from up here, and then as much food as we can from down here. We're going to ignore the 2 lower levels because those are so hard to collect food from, it's really not worth it at the beginning, in my opinion. Like, if you go down here, you'll constantly be harassed by, like, these wood ants that run around back and forth. You go down here, there's these burrowed tiger beetle larvae. But there's also this tiger beetle that runs back and forth. And besides, it just takes them forever to get up and down from this spot. So in my opinion, it's really not worth trying to actually collect food from here. Turn combat off and go back here. Hopefully, if you can, you want to try and time it so that they don't show up here when there's beach tiger beetles nearby. Oh, perfect. The tide's rising. Soon the lower levels of the beach will be flooded. I don't have to worry about that because I almost never go down there. And you really don't need anything beyond the first level. It's kind of a flaw in the level design, in my opinion, that there's basically no point in going past this level because it's just too difficult to actually get anything from there, especially when challenge mode is active. Despite that, however, this is probably my favorite level in the game. I don't know why, I just really like it. I'm sure it has something to do with the fact that I like the wood ants, but oh jeez. You know what, forget that. Just get the food and leave. Okay, we have gunners now. Fine, I'll let you fight. I'm putting a lot of effort into this 17 food right here. Probably not worth it, to be honest. I also apologize if I sound out of breath the whole time. The reason for that is because I'm out of breath the whole time. Because my nose is pretty stuffed up right now, so I can't breathe through it very well. Now, you can also try and steal some of this food, because these tiger beetles will run back and forth.
The water is rising.
And
the ants must head for higher ground.
So you can time it so you can sneak in, grab some food, and leave before they get back here. But it's pretty hard to actually time it because there's 3 of them, and they all patrol at different speeds, so a lot of times they'll overlap. See, there's 2 of them going here at the same time right now, and then once they leave, the other one is going to come back. See, right there. So it's pretty hard to actually time it properly. Fortunately, I don't think need to worry too much about that. We'll try and get that food later. Maybe we will, maybe we won't, I don't know. So I'm digging out this one group of black ants first. You know, now that I think about it, lore-wise, they could potentially be part of the nest that we destroyed. Though I don't know why they would be burrowed into the wall. So yeah, we're going to dig out this place first, then I don't think we're actually going to do this. I think we're going to do this one. While it does have a fully grown devil's coach horse in it, wood ants are better against large single targets than multiple weak targets.
The tide has almost reached its highest point. The sands east of the nest are about to be completely flooded.
It doesn't really matter exactly how many of each tanks and gunners that you have. It doesn't really matter at this point.
There are intruders in the nest.
I generally like to have more gunners than tanks, but that's just personal preference. As long as they're roughly the same amount, you should be fine. So yeah, the rapid fire wood ants are a lot better against individual stronger enemies than multiple weaker enemies. And I'm out of food. That's not good. Yeah, don't spend all your food. You want to make sure you have enough for respawning. So don't get too trigger happy with it like I do. That's a recurring problem I happen to have, and it has bit me in the abdomen a few times.
There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
Yes, we know. We're working on it. There we go, see? All good.
Overground, nocturnal hermit crabs rule over the sands at night.
Yes, they
These
do.
creatures are typically scavengers, searching for algae and carrion on the beach. But due to the unusual incursion of Formica,
We're gonna finish off our food space. We're putting it here because that way we can get food from the surface faster. I think I'm just gonna focus on gunners now. Uh-oh. Yep, we're under attack. Here they come. Alright. Make sure combat's turned on. That's important. Yeah, a hermit crab. A2 hermit crab. Yes, A2 hermit crabs has entered the nest. So ideally you want them to all target one guy, which will only happen if the one guy hits... If they go in single file, generally they'll attack the first one. They'll mostly target the first one. If they're like side by side, then they'll tend to split their attacks between the two. You really can't choose which one they attack, so it's not a huge worry. I wouldn't hurt your brain trying to worry about it. I don't know what I'm saying. At any rate, more gunners. One more gunner anyway. So, the way nighttime works is each night you have 3 waves. And there's 3 nights, so 3 waves in total. So, first wave was just 2 hermit crabs. Next one's going to be more. And you have about 2 minutes in between waves. But that timer starts as soon as the first wave spawns, I believe. So it's 2 minutes minus however long it takes you to finish the wave. And the second wave's already here.
A group of hermit crabs have stormed the nest.
Yes, they have.
The larvae must be protected.
Again, it's funny that he says the larvae must be protected when subjugation is the only level where enemies go for the larvae. Literally every other level. And he never says it when the... He never says that line when the slave maker ants attack. He only says it when you dig out like devil's coach horses or funnel web spiders, things like that. Which is kind of funny. So yeah, the timer for the next wave is already started, I believe. I don't think it has anything to do with how fast you can kill these guys from the first wave, or the last wave. But, I actually didn't know what the point of the blue guys, the tanks, I didn't know what the point of them was at first, because I tried using them, and I'm like, these are terrible, why would you use these? So I just used, because they did, like, no damage. Turns out what you're supposed to do is have tanks and gunners, because the gunners are the enemies, or the ants with low health, but they do a lot of damage, and the tanks have low damage, but a lot of health. Alright, we're getting attacked by the next wave. They all come from here, by the way, this little rock in front of your nest. So you don't have to worry about like, I would always look around here and try and see if any enemies were getting near my nest, because I didn't realize that they all only spawn from that spot. So now we have 5, 6, 7 hermit crabs. And as you can see, their damage is pretty spread between them. Not much we can do about that. Actually, I think I want to put the workers away for now. I think I want to stop using workers as tanks, because they just die faster and take up food when they respawn. Some people do prefer to just use the workers as tanks and not use the actual tanks as tanks. I don't do that because I'm pretty sure it's more worthwhile food-wise. Okay, there's only 3 tanks here. Where's the other 4? Okay, here they come. I guess you could say it's tanking them a while to get here. Hey-yo. That's not funny. So we have plans after this wave. After this wave is done, we don't just want to sit here and twiddle our antennas. We want to actually go outside, and I'll show you why once we kill these last 2 crabs. And there we go. Let's turn off combat and food collection and bring everybody except the 3 nursery duty guys out here. So this is the water. Don't put your ants too close to the water, or they might wander close to it and then it goes up and kills them. That can actually happen to mobs too. I actually once saw a hermit crab walk into the water and get instantly killed, which was kind of funny. So yeah, see, I would see a guy running around here and I would think, oh great, he's coming to my nest. Nope, the only ones that come to your nest are the ones that spawn in here. Okay, time to go. As soon as the water recedes, you want to go right here. Turn food off, turn combat off, and just send your ants there. The goal is to collect as much of this food pile as you can before the other wood ants get there. The reason we're not targeting this one first is because it's easier to get to even after the wood ants have shown up. The other wood ants. But, so yeah. This one's going to be basically inaccessible once... Oh yeah, here we go. A dead sardine has washed up. This is too precious to pass up. It is incredibly not too precious to pass up. See, look, 1,200 food. You can only harvest it with 8 at a time. There's tons of food between it and you. Food that's easier to get. There's tiger beetle larvae guarding it. There's normal tiger beetles guarding it. There's going to be wood ants wandering back and forth. Do not try and get the sardine. At least not on the higher difficulties. I think there's an achievement that you can get if you harvest it, but we're not going for it. Or I think the achievement's in like the beta build right now. The snapshot, if you're familiar with the Minecraft terms. Oh, please don't fight to the... No, combat's off for a reason, come on. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna get killed by a few tiger beetle larvae. That's inevitable, don't worry about it. Alright, I think that's enough food to gather from here. We're also gonna get some tiger beetles spawning here, or the larvae rather. Don't get too trigger happy with the food like I do. And now we want to collect as much as we can. So each ant takes 5 food to respawn, 2 for the workers. So, to compensate for each one lost, that's basically you've lost 5 food. And I've lost 3, 4. So that's 5, 10, 15. So that's 20 food. As long as I bring back more than 20 food from this, I'm good. Of course they have.
With its long, slender legs, it's the king of speed on these intertidal flats. Its wide, carving jaws will slice...
There we go. One last food.
Squads of wood ants. It's going to take a monumental, unified effort to bring this beast down.
Alright, just go home now. There we go. So now we're going to start excavating some of the creatures in our base. Because I could go out here and try and get some food, but I don't really feel like it. And I don't want to have to deal with the tiger beetles and all the other ants and all that stuff. So I think right now it's probably best to get the food from the nest, because that'll be a lot faster. Oh, turn on combat. Turn on combat. That's a mistake I make all the time. If you're wondering, if your ants aren't doing very well in a fight and you're wondering why, it's because you have combat turned off. Make sure you turn it on. I tried to set up the sound so that you could hear the music in this level while recording, and hopefully that's the case, because the music in this game is fantastic. The only music in this game I'm not a huge fan of is the fire ant swamp music. All the other songs I love.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Now, the main idea behind this strategy is there's one strategy decision that I'm making that there's one tactic I'm using that there's two there's two things that make you win in this level. The first one is don't upgrade any ants. In every guide I've seen, they always have you upgrade the ants, because when you upgrade rapid fire wood ants to level 3, they get an ability that slows down enemy attack speed, which is really useful, but it's not worth three times the amount of food that it takes to spawn one guy. It's better to have 3 times as many soldiers all at level 1 than a third as many soldiers at level 3. Because stat-wise, it's
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
stat-wise, you get if you upgrade them, then you only get like 20 or 30% extra stats compared to not upgrading. But if you just make 3 or 2 more units instead of upgrading the first one, then you get effectively 300% stats, because there's 3 ants instead of just 1. I'm going to try and leave about 150 food for respawning. Okay, this is where the second part of our strategy comes into play. We're going to put worker ants in some of these little out-of-the-way places. The reason for that will become clear once nighttime shows up. And let's move those away so they can do more work. Now, because we're not upgrading them, we don't have to make pretty rectangular chambers like that. But I like doing it just because it looks nice. Okay, now that we have this one ant, we're going to turn off combat and food for it and just tell it to sit there. Put it its own chamber. We're going to do that with 4 ants, and each one's going to be in an equally out of the way place. We're actually going to put one in this chamber up here once we've killed the dudes here. Now, I'm not 100% sure if you actually need the ant to stay by its nest chamber. I don't know if that's necessary, if you can put it wherever you like, but I just have them be there just because, I mean, it works. I don't know if it's necessary, but it works. We're also going to want more food storage by the end of the run. Alright, just a moment. I need to go help my dog. Alright, I'm back. Kind of forgot what I was doing. Oh, yeah. Want to take this place out. Bring everyone over there. By the end of this level, we'll have excavated all the food that's underground, and we'll have to go outside to get more. You know, actually that might be a good idea to do right now, before more tiger beetle larvae show up. So, let's bring everybody out here, because we have enough to fight the tiger beetles, but,
It's almost reached its highest point. The sands east of the nest are about to
Oh
be
boy.
completely flooded.
The
Land has fallen
tiger beetle larvae will actually only
They must watch their
attack
step.
ants that are
The voracious predators are difficult to see.
sort of far away from the other ants. So if you have a big group, then they won't attack you, but they will sometimes pick off the ones at the very edge of the group. So
The huge tiger beetle has been defeated. There are many
there's
more,
really no
but this is a
reliable way to
silver
just
bullet
not
for the
get killed by
colony.
these guys,
Cannot be
especially
killed
since you can only deal
by
damage to them a short amount of time after they've eaten one of your ants. So you have to sacrifice ants to kill them. Oh goodness. It's already time. It is already time.
In the day, these spiders retreat to the shade provided by larger plants on the edge of the beach. But once
Okay,
the
so
sun has gone,
I don't know why it's saying night has fallen, because it really hasn't. It's very sunny outside. I don't know what the sun is, what the clock is smoking, but it's definitely daytime still. But that doesn't, the ways of enemies don't know that, so we're still going to get attacked. So we're going to get attacked by wolf spiders tonight. I think only wolf spiders. They spawn here, and once they enter your nest, they actually won't just attack the first bugs they see. What they'll do is they'll actually run for the nest chambers, including the ones we placed way over here. So we can use this to distract them and separate them out and kill them one by one, instead of having them all group up right here and just spawn camp and kill any of our reinforcements that respawn in. So that's why we put all those decoy larvae there. We did that to distract the wolf spiders. Now, if you catch them before they enter the nest, they will actually attack the first ant they see. So you could camp here and pick them off right here before they get inside your nest. But I don't like doing that, because generally when you do that, the wandering hermit crabs and other spiders that walk past here will end up they'll end up joining the fight and making the fight harder than it needs to be. Apologize for any weird sound my microphone is making, and me. So again, 2 minutes, maybe it's a minute and a half, I don't remember exactly, but it's some amount of time, I'm sure. So we're going to put another decoy tile right there. Make sure we have enough room. Oh, here we go, more spiders. That was bad timing on my part. Another wolf spider. Yeah, there's like 5 of them. Fortunately, our decoys should be doing their job. Yeah, we got 2 of them distracted over here. And that's giving us enough time to take out their brothers. Or sisters, probably sisters. In the bug kingdom, females tend to be the ones doing the heavy lifting. Males are usually just there for reproduction. Drones, usually drones. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, so without this strategy of placing these guys, placing the decoy tiles, and without the strategy of just basically Zerg rushing enemies instead of upgrading ants, that wave probably would have been almost impossible, because that's about as far as I got until I discovered this strategy. Now, I didn't come up with the idea of making decoy tiles, someone else did, I don't remember who, but I think it was in a Steam guide, and it works really stinking well, so I would recommend you use this strategy. I was going to dig out a little bit over here, just to, and a little bit here, just to prepare for digging out those so I don't have to take as much time in the future. Don't want to get too close, because I don't want to accidentally unearth those critters. Let me go in camera mode real quick. Yep, here they come. Now we're being attacked by like 500 of them.
More wolf spiders have found the nest.
Lots more wolf spiders have found the nest. So yeah, this, see, we got like 80% of them away from where we are, which gives us a lot more opportunity to actually take them down without just getting massacred. Yeah, see, this is so much easier. See, we've already lost like 20 ants. Even factoring in respawning, we've already lost like 20 ants to these guys. If we didn't have the decoy tiles, we'd be toast. Even with the massive amount of... Where are you going? Sometimes they head to the food storage as well. I don't know why. But yeah, even with the massive amount of gunners we have, it wouldn't be enough if we didn't have the decoy tiles. If you ever get low in food storage space, just make some more tiles. Although at this point we should probably work on... We should probably try to actually expand the amount of food storage tiles we have. Also, we need to bring everyone out here. And sure, I'll bring these guys out, why not? Unfortunately, the water does not kill the burrowed tiger beetle larva. That's a shame, but oh well. By the way, they originally planned to have antlions be the challenge mode enemy for the wood ant levels, but they decided not to do that because their nests were too hard to make randomly generate. Don't get so they're too close to the water. Step away from the water. There we go. Good boy. Girl, whatever. Yeah, so because antlions are in pits. They live in pits, not just tiny holes. And making an entire pit with different terrain would probably be difficult for them to do. So they just made it easier and just went with tiger beetle larvae because their little areas are a lot smaller. Come on. There we go. Remember, make sure food and combat are turned off. The reason you want food off is because if you collect this stuff, then, I mean, you can collect this stuff even when there's wood ants out here, but you can't really collect this stuff when there's wood ants out here, so you want to target this stuff first. Just wait until the main mass of your guys passes over this place, then you can turn food gathering back on. Like now. Oh, I think we can get all of it. Nice. Oh yeah, we can totally get all of it. Excellent. That's going to be a lot of food. Fortunately, we are eating well as well. Every ant lost them diminishes the colony. Yep, that's how numbers work. Yeah, see, we got dudes right in our path now. Look at this. Look at how many there are. That's a heckin' lot. Food stores are full again? Alright. Yes, they have.
The ants must fight.
They mustn't. Stop must fighting. Oh, we're out of food storage space. Why are you not... There we go. Taking them a day and a half to do that. Alright, so now there's only a few tiger beetle larvae here, so we're gonna try and take out this spot next. Just gotta wait for everybody to get there. Go ahead and turn combat on right now. I want to actually kill all the tiger beetles that are running around here first before I start collecting food, so I don't have to worry about them. So if you have enough firepower, you can kill these guys after they've only taken one ant, but it's difficult to do because you only have a few seconds before they duck back under the ground to become invincible again. Then you have to feed them another ant if you want to deal any more damage. I think the first time I encountered these guys was in the level of the culling, because for some reason I did the bonus levels before the challenge mode. I don't know.
The voracious predators are difficult to see and lightning fast.
I'm pretty sure that's when I first discovered it. Maybe it was in Agrandize, or Grandize, however you're supposed to say that. Alrighty, excellent. Now we can turn food gathering on. Yeah, you'll notice I didn't even try to go for the sardine. It is not worth it, especially in challenge mode. There's actually not very many tiger beetle larvae in the way. There's only like these three and these three and okay, maybe these and these. Okay, maybe there are more tiger beetle larvae. They're just spread out a little more. I want to get this pile of food. I don't know if it's a good idea, though. I got 73 ants. That's pretty good. Send everyone out there for now. Let's turn combat off so they don't distract themselves. The way these guys move is very interesting. It's like they're on a piston or something. Very strange. So I think I'll be able to collect enough food to make it worth going out here.
An ant has fallen victim to a beetle lava trap. They must watch their step. The voracious predators are difficult to see and lightning fast.
They are not difficult to see, my dude. Alright, so now we're going to start digging out these final few tiles.
More ants have been caught by tiger beetle larvae lying in wait.
They're both quick-footed. That's actually on the Bloodborne wiki, the Fextra Life wiki. It has a list of enemies as well as some short description of them and some flavor text. But one of the enemies it says is both quick-footed. Not quick-footed and anything, just both quick-footed. I don't know what that was supposed to mean. But I always think about it whenever he brings up the voracious predators being lightning fast and difficult to see. So you can see, we can pretty much tear through all these. We have 84 guys, only 36 of which are tanks, but that should be fine. Now we just want to get as much food as we can. I don't think we really need to worry about...
Tide is coming in. Lower levels of the beach will be flooded.
Don't think we need to worry about, what do you call it? I don't know. I actually am going to do some upgrades now, just because I have an overabundance of food. See if we can get a tier 3.
The larvae must be protected.
Shut up about the larvae! No one cares about them. None of the enemies do, anyway.
The ants must protect the queen.
Yes, we must. That would have been embarrassing if I died at the very end, just because I wasn't paying attention. Maybe I shouldn't have dug out both of those at once. Oh well. If worse comes to worst, I'm just going to lose a bunch more food. It's not going to kill me, I don't think. Oh yeah, now you have one more decoy tile to put down, so we'll put it right here. There we go. Should I upgrade any of my tanks? I don't think so.
The ants must head for higher ground.
For the last level, you really want to focus on firepower. The more damage you have, the better. Because you're going to get attacked by a group of like 30 hermit crabs. No, that's not an exaggeration. It's actually like 30 or something. It's insane. The reason I turn food and combat off is to keep them from wandering around if they see an enemy or some food. You might not need to do that, I don't know, but again, it works. Alright, I'm going to stop placing more upgrades and stuff now. Just want to focus on collecting as much food as possible before nighttime comes. By the way, you can press, I think it's M and B on your keyboard to rotate the camera. Oh no, I think it's like page up and page down or something. I've changed it to M and B, but anyway, it rotates the camera so you can get a different angle. See, so it makes it so you can get this little tiny little area done. Alright, let's pull everybody back now. Is it just me, or are the upgraded tiles darker than the others?
Soon night will fall. As the temperature drops outside, nocturnal creatures begin to awaken. It will be wise for the roofer colony.
Alright, 84 ants. 48 gunners, 36 tanks. That should be plenty. As well as the 14 worker ants we have, which they don't count because they won't be in combat. And we have over 1,000 food. If you want to calculate how much food you need for one full wave of respawns, take all your units, all your soldier units, and see how much they cost, and then multiply the cost of spawning them by how many there are. Or the cost of respawning them, rather.
A wolf spider has found the nest.
Alright, see, about half of them are going somewhere else. That makes this much easier. And also I'm going to turn off food gathering, because I don't want them getting distracted. Getting a little scared here. Still have 18 tanks. Alright, I should be okay. If you can survive the first wave, chances are you'll be able to survive the rest. And hopefully we'll have enough time to replant as many eggs as we need. So that was wave 1. The other waves are forthcoming. If you do plan to upgrade your soldiers, you don't have to get too many upgraded tier 3 soldiers, because if 2 tier 3 soldiers are attacking one enemy, it has the same slowdown effect as if only one was attacking them. So you don't really get a bonus other than damage. Okay, here we go. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 hermit crabs! Yeah!
More hermit crabs have found the nest.
Many, many more. That is a lot of hermit crabs. Got a full crab raven here. As you can see, we are tearing through them. Now, we're not going to be able to have... We won't have enough time to actually kill all of them before the next wave comes, but the next wave is pretty simple, so we shouldn't have to worry too hard about that. I like how there's just 2 guys in the back being completely not noticed by anyone. But they're still helping. For each enemy you kill, your DPS against the others increases, because it means that there's one less enemy to distract the gunners, so their attacks are more focused. Yeah, this is why we need a huge amount of numbers. If we only had like 30 tier 3 soldiers, we would not have enough firepower to take these guys down. We'd just get obliterated. Also, for every one that dies, that lowers the damage they do against you, because that's one less crab to attack you. Next wave should be coming soon. See, we're almost done. Just got like 5 or 6 more crabs. And with our firepower, that's plenty. Or that's not a big deal. Okay, so final wave is 2 gigantic beach spiders and a million little tiny ones. Don't worry about the tiny ones, the big ones are the main problem. Of course, you can't really choose which ones your ants attack, but yes, they are. We've only got like 3 crabs left and they're all low on health, so... Oh, 2 crabs. Okay, maybe it's time to stop worrying about the crabs, guys. Yeah, there we go. Again, make sure food gathering is turned off, because you do not want them getting distracted here. Now we need to kill the big guy before he starts spawn killing us. Good old Aragog here. There we go! Once that guy's down, you've effectively won the level, even if they're still little babies. So I'm going to turn food gathering back on, because it really doesn't matter at this point. These guys are too weak to actually do anything. It takes quite a few of them to kill one dude, one of your ants, so I wouldn't worry too hard about it.
Ants must protect the queen.
Yeah, from the weakest enemy in the game, they do. Alright, so that is Rising Tide on Insane Difficulty with the challenge active. Completed without breaking a sweat. So to summarize my tactics, make as many decoy tiles as you can. 4 is usually as much as you can, because that's how many pheromone markers you have. And don't upgrade ants except maybe a little bit. Focus on getting a ton of numbers. And that's about it for this video. Just need to wait for the little victory sequence to start rolling, and we will have finished the video. So I'd end the video here, but I just want to make sure I get into the exit thing, just so you know that I really have completed the level. It does take a little while though. And after this point, we don't need to gather food, so we don't need to congregate at the edge of the water to loot stuff. Although you can play more if you want. If you keep playing, then the level just gets harder and harder until you do die.
As the ants grow in number, the local predators pose less and less of a danger. Eventually they will be displaced from this area entirely. Despite the dangers of the beach, it seems this intrepid queen's gamble to establish her colony here has ultimately secured her success.
And there we go. That is victory for Formica rufa. As per usual, we're going to be choosing extra royal jelly. I would suggest you do the same. And finish the level. Play more or end level. We will be ending the level. Let's see our score. 36,855. So, that is it for Rising Tide. If you have any questions or anything, put them in the comments, and I'll try and answer them if I can. And I'm going to be making videos on every other level, every other story level in the game, including the forming carrying challenges. So, stay tuned if you are interested in seeing them. So, that's it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.